riders, because this will be an enormous crowd for them to race in front of here, race 2. The fans in Jerez typically do come in very early doors before the sun even comes out to fill out the hillsides around turns 9 and 10. So they will have had a good glimpse of that on their sighting laps. And here we are. This is the pole position rider, third place yesterday, Maximo Quiles.
You know, and he was talking to Dominica about picking up points and good places when he couldn't win, and that's exactly what he did yesterday, I think.
Yeah, she was absolutely right when she talked about him as well, saying he's a lot calmer this year and things. I spoke to his dad yesterday after the race, and he corroborated that as well. So good luck to him today. But the sensation of yesterday, until he decked it at the final corner, was, I would say, Brian Uriarte.
Absolutely, Matt, I agree. And, you know, and Brian, sort of in defence of himself, said, look, you've got to try, haven't you? I went for it at the last corner. You know, anything's possible until you cross the line. I really had to go for it. And, of course, the really exciting thing is that he picked it up and finished 6th.
Well, exactly. That's how you get it done, isn't it? So great job for Brian Uriarte. But it was Valentin Peroni who finished second place. It was Marco Morelli who actually got the win after the final corner chaos. Another rider that was involved in some corner chaos in the final stage was Hakim Danish. He ended up crossing the line in 8th after remounting, after colliding with Rouchet Moodley. But he was docked a place after that overly rash move. He ended up finishing 9th.
And as you said, Matt, you're chatting before the race, you know, he was happy that he got the time in the race and isn't running a penalty, long lap penalty or something this time.
Yeah, bless him. So there you go. He got away with that slightly, but don't do it again. Here is VEDA Pratama, who got a cracking start yesterday. He heads the second row here today. Unfortunately, did crash earlier on and then crashed again, unfortunately, with just 2 laps to go. He'll be disappointed with that, but he showed a great start to life in Rookies Cup.
He did, you know, and as you say, Matt, he was very disappointed. I went to congratulate him and said, you know, you were quick, you were fast. Oh no, very unlucky, bad luck. I need to improve. I need better luck tomorrow. But he did show us a little bit of what he can do yesterday.
Yeah, very much so. So another fast 54 to look out for. But keep an eye on the 95. Mr. No Plan B, well, looking like Plan A at the moment. So Marco Morelli is a Rookies Cup winner at the first time of asking, what can he do again here today?
Well, and as you know, and as he said yesterday, you know, he missed a whole year of racing, a year and a half, in fact, before he came into the Rookies Cup last season, and now he's making up for lost time, very much so.
And he's impressing people in the World Championship paddock as well. He's in Michael Laverty's MLAV racing team in the European Talent Cup. He got a win there last year, so that's 2 wins on the bounce, Morelli, at the moment. Here is your pole position rider, though, Max Quiles. I think we're going to get a rundown of the grid now. We'll take you a full run through. Tyre warmers off. 1 minute to go before the warm-up lap begins. This is how they will start. Quiles, Uriarte, Danish, row 1. Row 2 is Pratama, Morelli and Alvaro Carpe. He finished 4th yesterday. Moodley crashed out with Hakim Danish. He starts from 7th. Christian Daniel, another faller yesterday, but all okay from 8th. Rico Salmella finished 5th after nearly being wiped out by Uriarte in the final corner. Peroni, 2nd yesterday from 10th. Ramersdorfer, he starts from 11th. Zani, Thompson, Pugliese, Famara are down towards row 5. Klong had a great ride yesterday to finish 7th from 16th on the grid. Though Boggio looking for better fortunes today. Rocco Sessler got a top 10 in his first Rookies Cup race. Mounty, Monignane, Farkas, Pons, Pretizan and Evan Belford finish up row 8.
You know, and interesting, I think, was really yesterday was Alvaro Carpe. He finished 4th, but he wasn't really super hot in qualifying either. He was 6th fastest in qualifying, and I expected him, frankly, to do better. It's almost as though there's just something not quite there this weekend, and I wonder if he can pick it up today. He said there was nothing wrong with the motorcycle yesterday at all, and it was a very close 4th.
It absolutely was, yeah. I do wonder if he had a crash last weekend in Misano. He was actually taken out of the race by a former rider that we're quite familiar with, and he had a little bit of pain in his hip and things like that. He had a bit of a limp on leaving the circuit, so I wonder if that's hampering him a little bit. Just 7 days on now.
Well, that's right, man. I mean, as I said, he was close, wasn't he? It was a very close 4th finish. He was running right at the front, so there's nothing much wrong. It's just that little bit of an edge, and maybe he'll pick it up today.
Well, we're coming around turn 5, one of the problem areas yesterday. Some wet patches catching out MotoGP riders and Red Bull rookie riders alike in the races. But we shouldn't have any of those such problems today, as you mentioned at the top of the show, Peter.
Well, that's right. You know, it is early morning. It's just vaguely possible that there's some overnight dew that's going to seep through the track. And one of the things that Danny Ribolta, the rider coach, said to the guys, he said, just be a little bit cautious. Maybe you want to stay off the curbing here. You know, don't put too much pressure on the tyres through the curbing because they can still be damp. And just be a touch careful, and very much so through the left-handers here until that side of the tyre gets warm enough.
And of course, we do not want as many non-finishers as we had yesterday. Of course, 14 riders finished in the end. All of them got points, which is a great little thing for especially our newbies. Looking at the likes of Belford, Famara, Mounsey, Puetezan, Mondignane, Sessler up to P9. That's sort of the first goal ticked off, first points in Rookies Cup for them. So what can they do later on in this race as well? And
it is 14 laps, you know. We always get excited about who makes a blinder of a start, and that was, of course, yesterday the 51 of Brian Uriarte, but 14 laps is plenty of action around here. We saw so many lead changes yesterday, completely lost track of that.
It was pretty messy, wasn't it? Classic Rookies Cup racing. Here is Quiles then, lining up. Can he take, I think, his third victory here at Jerez after he looked dead in the eyes at Angel Piqueras last year across the line? What awaits here in Rookies Cup Race 2?
He got rolling well yesterday.